Hey, what's going on, everybody? How we doing today? My name is Cody Lee. Why am I singing it? I don't know, but here we are. We are back with yet another video. If you like the content that we're making here, make sure to like, make sure to comment, make sure to subscribe, and we'll keep on pushing them out constantly. That's kind of what the goal is, that's what the plan is, and that's what we're going to keep trying to do here. Now, today we are going to be doing predictions again. For this time, it will be the NFL Week 12 predictions. Now, last video we did a quick review of the week. It was a okay week for us. I believe we went 9-5, which isn't too bad. We'll take it. We'll take a dub when we can get one. I don't remember what that record puts us on for the year, but I think that we have a pretty good understanding who is good now, hopefully. So all my little shots in the dark probably should not happen. But we'll probably still give a couple of shots anyway, because why not? Alright, now let's go ahead and get started with the Thursday night matchup, which will be tomorrow as I'm recording this. The Bills will be on the road to the Houston Texans. So, Buffalo just came off a 44-32 win to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The week before, they had lost to the Miami Dolphins. Texans, on the flip side, have now won 2 games in a row as they beat the Jaguars in a come-from-behind thriller. And then they beat the Titans, who just are not a very good football team anymore. So, my thinking in this one is that I'm going to go with Buffalo. Texans will be starting Davis Mills, but after what I saw from Tennessee's defense and how they were able to stop that offense for a majority of the game, I think Buffalo will be able to capitalize on those situations. I mean, Cam Ward was still able to get some of those quick passes off, get down the field at times. I don't think Josh Allen will be able to make the same mistakes that the Titans made, and they will be able to run the ball even better. So I'm going to take Buffalo in this one. I really like Buffalo overall. I think that they are a very good team. They are 7-3 on the year. They're just a few games away from very likely to putting themselves in the playoffs, and that's really what they're looking for. And I think they will do that this week. They will beat the Texans. Probably be a fairly close game, though, to be honest with you. So I don't know what the score would be, but I'm going to take the Bills in this one. The Kansas City Chiefs will be hosting the Indianapolis Colts this week. The Colts are 8-2, I believe it is, and the Chiefs are 5-5. Now, this is one that I'm going to go out on a limb and say it's going to be the Chiefs this week. I think the Colts are legit. I definitely have to say it now. I definitely think they are legit. But I think Kansas City's going to be fired up. That's really where I'm at here. I think Kansas City's going to be fired up at home. They're going to be able to score at will when they need to. I know that Colts defense is pretty solid, but what I saw from the last game against the Falcons has me a little bit more concerned. So I'm going to take Kansas City to be able to get the scores on them, get where they need to get on them, and they're going to get the W. The Seattle Seahawks will be heading into Nashville to take on the Tennessee losers. I meant the Titans, I'm sorry. Seattle will beat them. Seattle will probably beat them really bad. Titans have not been doing good on the offensive side, and the Seahawks maybe have the best defense in the league. I know that that's not an unpopular opinion. I've heard a lot of people say it now. Of course, I personally think it may be the Texans. I don't completely know. Either way, I think the Seahawks get this one done. The Titans are not able to score on any team, let alone a team that's going to be as good as the Seattle Seahawks. So yeah, I'm gonna have to take the Seahawks in this one. It's just, and I don't even think it's close to me. The Minnesota Vikings will be heading into Green Bay, Wisconsin, to play the Packers. This one feels like a fairly winnable game for the Packers for me. Vikings offense has not looked impressive at times. I think JJ McCarthy has still got talent. I still think he just has to develop. And unfortunately that the Vikings kind of banked on him not needing to develop this year, and that's been their issue. That's why I think that the Packers are going to be an even bigger issue. Their defense is even better than the Bears, and JJ McCarthy was having struggles all over the place against them. So going into Green Bay to play the Green Bay Packers and their phenomenal defense, I don't see how you go anywhere but Green Bay in this one. I'm going to take Green Bay. New York Jets will be heading into Baltimore, Maryland to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Ravens are on a little bit of a hot streak. The Jets just took a loss to the New England Patriots. The news this week is that Tyrod Taylor will be starting over there in New Jersey. or New York. The Ravens, on the flip side, they didn't look impressive against Cleveland Browns. I do believe they will beat the New York Jets. I like what the Ravens are doing a little bit more. Well, and they're on a specific hot streak. They know they have to start winning these football games so they can get themselves into the playoffs. I think Lamar Jackson's going to take that bounce back that he had from a rough go with the Cleveland Browns, and he's going to redevelop, and he's going to retool, and he's going to get the win. He's going to have a very impressive game doing just so. Give me the Ravens. The New York Football Giants will be on the road to Detroit to take on the Detroit Lions. Yeah, the Lions did not look particularly impressive against the Eagles, I will be honest with you, and Jameis Winston played very, very well against the Philadelphia Eagles. I don't know if Jackson Dart will pass concussion protocol by the time that this is to be announced, but I think I'm going to take the Lions either way. I think they will be a little bit better than they were last week. Eagles are obviously a very, very good team, and hey, if you get stifled, you come back stronger. That's just what the Lions have been able to do all season long. After they take a loss, they come back looking more impressive than they did the week before. I will take Detroit to get the job done. The Pittsburgh Steelers are heading on the road to Chicago to take on the Chicago Bears. This is one where I may take a little bit of an upset because I'm going to take the Steelers. The Bears have been getting away with a couple close wins. The Steelers played a very impressive game against Cincinnati last week, and their offense is obviously high powered as can be. The Bears' offense has been very, very good this year. I don't know with the Steelers' defense finally getting themselves going if the Chicago Bears will be able to score like they have been. That's why I'm going to take Pittsburgh in this one. I think it's going to be a very close game. It's going to be a very hard one for me to call personally. I like the Steelers just a little bit more, so I'm going to take Pittsburgh. New England Patriots will be heading on the road to Cincinnati to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. This one, I think, is a fairly cut and drawn New England win as well. Bengals did not look good against that Steelers defense, and that Patriots defense is nothing to scoff at either. They have Drake May, who has been playing incredible ball. The Bengals defense has not been good. It has been very, very ugly. Drake May is going to be able to get the throws that he wants to get off. I think that that's really the key there. And I don't see where you think the Bengals win this game. I don't know how they win this game. So I'm going to take New England. The Cleveland Browns will take on the Las Vegas Raiders. Now, I have not heard anything if Shedeur Sanders will be starting in this game. I think either way I'm going to take Cleveland, but I would love to see Shedeur out there, to be honest with you. I really like what I thought looking at it, yeah, you could see some things that you don't love, but I don't think he played completely awful. There were a couple drop passes in the end zone. Now, obviously, the secondary for the Ravens was playing very, very well, but he still put them in a position where they could have tied the game at the very least. So, yeah, I'm going to take Cleveland in this one. I believe even with Dylan Gabriel, I think that they will be able to win this game. I think it was a very close. I don't know who's starting. I don't really have an issue. The only downside for the Browns is that Max Crosby is on the other side, and he is still a very, very good football player. But either way, yeah, give me Cleveland in this one. The Jacksonville Jaguars are heading into the desert to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Now, this one was last week. I doubted the Jaguars a lot. I thought the Chargers were going to steamroll them, basically. I have learned my lesson. I do not believe they are going to get steamrolled. I believe they are going to beat the Arizona Cardinals. Now, Jacoby Brissett did look really good last week. Most completions in NFL history, and probably that record will probably hold up for a long time. That being said, I think the Jaguars are going to be able to stifle them. Their offense has been very electric, and the Cardinals' defense has not been the most impressive that I've ever seen. And even though I know Jonathan Gannon is probably on the hot seat, and I really like him as a coach, I really think the Jaguars are going to do whatever they need to do to get the win here. Their offense looked a lot better last week, especially their running game. Yeah, I don't know what the Cardinals are going to be able to do to that, so give me Jacksonville. The Philadelphia Eagles will be taking on the Dallas Cowboys and Jerry World over there in Dallas. Okay, this is a tough one. because the Cowboys did look pretty impressive against the Raiders. Now I know, I get it, it was just the Raiders. Their defense did look much improved though. Do I believe they will be able to do that over and over again to the Eagles? No. No. And that's why I think I'm leaning towards the Eagles. The Eagles offense is the problem for that. The Cowboys offense can definitely score. We know that they can score. Javonte Williams looked good last week. George Pickens, CeeDee Lamb looked great last week. Dak Prescott was throwing the ball all over the place. Will the Eagles be able to stop that for 4 quarters is my only issue. I'm going to take the Eagles based on the momentum and the fact that they are the best team in the NFC East. I could definitely see Dallas getting this one done, though. I really could, because I don't know about that Eagles offense. But the Cowboys defense did leave a little bit to be desired in the secondary, especially. So for me, I think that the Eagles have to have the advantage here, so I'm going to take them. The Atlanta Falcons are going to be on the road to New Orleans. I don't know why I did that again. Now, why do I say that a lot? The Falcons. They will be starting Kirk O'Chains, Kirk Cousins, because we have found out that Penix is probably facing a season-ending injury. The Saints are coming off a humongous win against the Carolina Panthers. I think this one is pretty cut and dry, that it's going to be a close game. I think I'm going to take the Falcons, as much as I don't want to, because the Saints did play very well against the Panthers. Yeah, we'll stay with Atlanta. I'm going to take my first guess here. Now, the issue with Atlanta, their offense did not look particularly impressive with Kirk Cousins under the helm. They were not able to drive down the field or do anything like that. They, in fact, looked pretty rough. The Saints, on the other hand, they looked fine against Carolina. I don't know if that momentum continues, but I think that Atlanta will be able to get the job done. Drake London has been playing great football, and the Saints have not. That's really moral of the story on that one. Give me Atlanta to get this one here. I think Bijan Robinson will be able to get him enough points to win. Is kind of where my head's at right now. So give me Atlanta to get that one. Now on Sunday Night Football, we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Los Angeles Rams. In Los Angeles, Baker Mayfield returns to the place where he played a phenomenal game as a backup. I'm going to take the Rams. And I'm going to take the Rams for a particular reason. That reason being, I don't love. Tampa did not look the greatest that I've ever seen last week. Um, well, actually, they looked pretty good. They put 32 points up on the board. The Rams' defense offense really did not look that great against that. But Tampa Bay's defense on the flip side just let up 44 points. I think the Rams will be able to pick that apart. I'm going to stick with the Rams for sure. I think Puka Nacua and Devontae Adams will be able to make a really big problem. Because Tampa Bay just let 90 yards to Tyrell Shavers. I hadn't even heard of him. Which, now, I learned my lesson. Guy's a good player. But Rams, I think, will be able to throw the ball all over the place. Running the ball was really not an issue over there for Buffalo as well. So I think that Kyren Williams will be able to get some runs off, get some really big runs off, and get them a really good play. Give me Los Angeles to get this one. Now, the last game of the week, we will have the Carolina Panthers taking on the San Francisco 49ers. Carolina is coming off a humongous win as they won in overtime against the Atlanta Falcons. The 49ers absolutely trounced the Arizona Cardinals. I want to quit down in Carolina, but this is not a game I'm going to. I like the 49ers a little bit better right now. They're playing some really good football. Panthers played very, very well just last week, so I don't know where to go on this one. I'm going to take the win for the 49ers, though. I think the defense has been playing a lot better. Didn't look the greatest against the Arizona, but I don't think they're also going to let up 448 yards through the air to Bryce Young. Their offense has been scoring at will pretty much at times. It has been very, very impressive. I really think that I really think I like the 49ers here. Carolina's been playing very well. They have 6 wins on the year. I'm sure they're super, super hyped for that. Yeah, give me the 49ers in here to get the job done for them. Yeah, give me 49ers. I do think Rico Dowdle, do think Bryce Young will play well. I just think I like the 49ers as an overall team better. So that's what I'm going to go with. I'm going to take the 49ers to get the job done this time, and they will beat the Carolina Panthers to end off the week. And that will be it for us. I appreciate you all so very much for making it all the way to the end of this video. If you did like it, you should like the video. You should, or where's that at? Yeah, like the video. You should comment. You should subscribe. You should come hang out with us some more often. We are going to keep trying to churn out content. I need to do more stuff, but I don't know how to do it yet, so we're going to keep learning. We're going to keep growing together. If you give me a minute of your time, I will love you for life. Thank you all so very much for watching, and I hope to see you all on the next video.